Remix. We back at it. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's get it. Let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Let go, let God, let go, let God, let go, let God, let go, let God. Come on, God made rivers, God made lakes. God made me, so you gotta pay my rate. God got holy Bible pockets on me, thank God we straight. Even though I might pull up late, I ain't never too late. I'm saying my grace like God is great. Decorate this ice like birthday cake, just tap to the food, I make my plate. I don't mean to be rude, you freak your face. Pull up in the church in the rave, you know going on like Marvin Gaye. I keep on K, just pardon me. You new to the game like Shawshank. I gotta let go like love, forgive me. You know we in the house. We gotta go up like chimney. It's not just on me, it's in me. Devil, you can pull up in the hood if you want to. South Park, who killed Kenny? Father, Son, Holy Ghost, you don't want smoke with any. With any. Come on, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Let go, let God, let go, let God, let go, let God, let go, let God.
I need bass, attention on me, call me bae. Money bass, it took my soul, you buy me bae. Greed and sway, lowly humble, which one lasts? The demon stepping, blew them thing back like Christmas past. Let go, let Christ, let go, live life. Can't help myself, you took them stripes, you took my strife. How I can't forget them folks, but try to leave my way. I mean it, Memphis Rocky, hear your father, turn your cheek, don't fight. I'm rapping my tail off, I'm shipping the mail off. I'm getting my prayers off, taking my hands off. I wake in the morning and get out the box like Kellogg's. So much from day to day, feel like a featherweight, gave it to God to take care of. Hey,
all right,
let go, let God.
What is up? What is up? Welcome in.
Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
Let's go.
I am KB, that there 1K, tell them twin identical. Pride on minimal life behind these bars, my album criminal. I can't do
All right,
subliminals, what
let's
you
do
think
it.
is not this critical, watch out, it'll go. Christ
How
gon'
y'all
jump
feeling?
in they body in this political. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. I go petro, metro, retro, then I escrow my residuals. It's too formidable, them golden idols pitiful. I'm burning cash.
All right, I think we're good. How we feeling? Good to see you guys. Let's run it. Let's run it. Game time. All right. Let's do it. Let's do it. We got motion. We got movement on the chart. We got movement. So let's get it going here. Yeah. Let's get it. Okay. Here we go. All right, what's up? What's up? How we feeling? What's up, Luffy? Energy in the house. Z Gamer in the building. What up, Scott? What up, Elk? Badio Life here. What's goody? What's goody? What up, OGH? Robert the Third is here. What up, Nate G? Zyper, what's going on? What's up? What's up? How we feeling? Good to see you guys. TT family in the house. What up, PM Magnifico? 3 ants in the building. What up, Jay Coop? There he is. There he is. Mr. Cooper. What's poppin'? Good to see you guys. What up, AJ? How y'all doing? Y'all good? Well, welcome in. Welcome in. Happy New York session. Happy Wednesday. Yeah, happy Wednesday. It is the 13th of August, and we're ready. We're ready. Let's go ahead and get started here. See what we got cooking on Goldie. I did take some sells on my live account here, so trying to see if we can get down to support. Maybe not. But let's go ahead and pray real quick, and we'll begin. Well, Father God, we thank you for this opportunity to gather together, Lord. We thank you for all the work that you're doing within this live stream, Lord, for changing hearts and minds. And I just pray a blessing over each and every individual, Lord. I pray that you will wake them up, shake them up, lock them in so they don't have to clock them in, Lord. We thank you for all that you do. We thank you for the vision. Now give us the courage, Lord, and the commitment and the grit to go out there and accomplish it. We thank you, Lord. We know that all things work for our good, Lord, when we believe. So we thank you for our belief, and we just give you the glory. In Jesus' name, amen. Amen. Let's rock and roll. It is game time. It is game time. It is August, I think, what did I say, 13th? Yes, sir, August 13th. Another day, another opportunity for us to be patient, to be disciplined, and to see what we can get out of the markets here today. So we'll have some good conversation. We'll chop it up on some market stuff. We'll see if we can take some trades, get out of here with a win, and head into the next day. So y'all ready? Let's. I don't think we have any news here today. No news going on. So just 1 sec here. Let me do something. There we go. Where'd my tools go? Okay, cool. So excuse me. I don't think we have any news today. We do have Trump speaking a little bit later on, so we'll see what happens with all that. But that's about it. That's about it. Crude oil inventories will come in, but nothing too much here. So let's go ahead and dive into the charts. Let's see what we got going on here. I am bullish on gold, but we did just kind of get a little quick move down here. So let's go ahead and dive into the charts. I'll show you guys the trade in a second, but let's talk about it here. We were watching some Sebastian there last night in Asian and there's choppy markets, but let's do a fresh top-down analysis here. Let's go over gold. Let's take a look at pound yen, and I'm done. Let's take a look at gold and ES, and then we'll get cooking here today. Okay, woosah, Nick Stewart, get into the live streaming mode. Oh man, I was having some fun this morning. I was doing a few things, but let's jump into it. Let's run a fresh top-down analysis. If you guys can, give the stream a like for me and a sub to the channel. Let me just organize something here, and I think we're good. Yeah, we're good. We're good. I got y'all. GJ breakdown coming soon. Coming soon. All right, let's do it. So this is the daily time frame. This is gold, and let's just talk about it here real quick because let's just track back to yesterday, or I should say Monday's candle, how we closed with no lower wick here, right? So we got no lower wick on that candle, which we obviously know that we could be in some sort of support zone here, right? So yesterday we did end up closing bullish, which was nice, but not the greatest closure, right? You got a pretty weak closure for the most part, so you didn't really get the strongest closure out of that candle. But you know, all in all, we are pretty bullish. Again, daily closing without that lower wick here, plus we're in this kind of level of support right now, so I would expect price to move up bullish here today. So anything can happen, but I am going to remain bullish for the most part. Let's drop down to the 4 hour here and let's see what we got going on. So the 4 hour is still in this range, man, still in the range. So we still got this nasty range going on. Really, it's from here to here, right? We basically closed right at it. So a bit tough there. I am very bullish though, right? I'm still bullish on the daily, bullish on the 4 hour. All this candle has to do is make this lower wick come up, break those highs, and we could see a top wick on that candle up here all the way up towards like 34.40. So that is definitely in the plans for me today if we can continue to remain bullish, right? So let's drop down to the 1 hour because we are doing a bit of a pullback now, right? So again, we are approaching this level of resistance here and we are starting to get a little pullback. So what I'm looking for is see how we do at this support level right here at 34.03, and if we can create any sort of new support, then I think we can continue moving bullish here today. So a nice push down into support would look pretty clean. I am going to close my other position here just because we're creeping into that area right there. So let me just close that. So as we approach this level right here, that's where we want to see how are we going to react, right? So we got all this going on here. All right, so we're approaching this level now. We want to see how we react. If we can come down and retest that support, that'll be perfect, right? We come down there, create a brand new support, and then we can take buys going all the way back up now, right? Something like this. You get that closure right there, and then we look for support to form, and then that's, you know, those are our buys to come back up there. So again, with the 4 hour still being bullish, technically daily being bullish, we could get this little pullback on the 1 hour and then, you know, a continued move up there. So those are going to be the ideal trades, the ideal setup there of the day on the buys. So we'll see if we can get it. You had this 30-minute celery, you had this 1 hour onion that cooked up pretty good here, kind of like what I was looking at was a potential fake out, right? Because I knew I didn't want to take buys here, right? I mean, that would just be, you know what, right? So I didn't want to take buys there, so I knew we were, you know, most likely going to get a pullback. As you close below this range, you have that fake out right there, and then, you know, you take a sell for the wick fill, and, you know, I closed mine right there. So as we approach this area now, we'll see what's going to happen. But again, support's being formed, and we are good to go here. 4 hours still pretty bullish. Previous 4 hour candles way down there at 99. So, you know, we can make a very steep lower wick here, and then just continue to ride this this move up here. So that is pretty much it. Let's just wait now for some sort of reactions to this zone right here and see if we can get support out of it. And if we can, then we continue up in this bullish uptrend and continue taking buys here. So that is pretty much it. We also have very clean range above 19 here. So if you can get above 19, we've got all this clean traffic, right? 187, 198 pips of just pure clean price action. So those are going to be the best buys. But let's see if we can kind of catch them from down here, and then we'll make our way up. Cool. Cool. So that is that. I'm not really going to keep this here at the moment because I'm really just looking for buys above. Buys above here look pretty clean. All we need is support on gold. We've kind of pushed up here. We've pushed through all the mess now, right? And now I think if we can, again, create support, then we have all that clean range to keep going. So that is that's gold for me. We'll see how we do at 8:30 here. Let's take a look at ES, and let's go over that real quick. So we did just continue moving up yesterday. Remember yesterday we had supports right here on ES. We were trying to get in on buys, right? But this candle, you know, unfortunately had pushed too much for us to get in, right? So kind of pushed all the way up there. Didn't even bother with the buys, but man, we just continued pushing up yesterday, which was pretty nice. All right, let's talk about this. So this is we're now pushing into these all-time highs, right? But we did close with no wick at the top. So we got no wick at the top here. This candle hasn't really done much, right? I think if we start to stutter up here, right, and we break that daily low, we could see price continuing to push down here, right, off of that no top wick. So let's go ahead and look at the 4 hour. 4 hour also closing with no top wick. So you're in a bit of a range here, really choppy, honestly. Excuse me, on the 4 hour right now. So let's take a look at the 1 hour. 1 hour has it's trying to get down. We need, yeah, I would say probably best sells today are going to be below 76 here. So let price action be all confused right there. I have no idea what price action is doing there, but I think if we can get below this support at 76, then we can see a straight run down right into 66 there. It's like a 100 pip range, more than enough, right? More than enough, but you never know what we do up here. So that's what I'm saying. Just let price do whatever it needs to do. I think come like 9-ish, 9 a.m.-ish, we revisit ES and see if we could potentially catch some sells, right? The other thing here is, let's say we just kind of push down a nice clean move, right, and you do a fake out here, then that's probably when I would be open, right, to taking the buys is off a fake out. But it's got to be towards like 76, nowhere up at like 81, which is, you know, where we're currently at right now. So yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll keep an eye on 76 here and let the day go on. Yeah, we'll see what we can get. So that is that's pretty much it. That's my analysis here on the day. Pretty simple. Wait for buys or supports here on gold, and ES maybe a closure below, and you know we'll be good to go. Cool. What up, Yanosh? There he is. There he is. How we feeling? How we feeling? Oh, what's up, Zach? Good morning, Wokey. Good to see you guys. Good to see y'all. Let's see. Yeah, would you look at that? What up, Neo? Man, if I have a boy, I might have to name him Neo. Might have to name him Neo. Let's see here. Okay, yeah, so all I did was take sells, right? So I just looked at the fake out that happened. And I just took some sells. That was pretty much it on my end. You had this little fake out. Let me get rid of everything here. Closure here. Right? I mean, I came in looking for buys. By the way, gang, 3 days in a row. 3 days in a row, 7:30 has been a play. 7:30, 7:45-ish, man. I don't know. I rarely take trades at that time, but 3 days in a row I've done it. It's so weird. But anyway, caught that fake out, right? Basically entry was here. Stops were kept below the, above the current candle high, and TP was here, and then I closed my full position right there. Full position. Here it is. So pretty clean move. All right, clean fake out, running down. Looked a little bit better on forex too, not gonna lie. So that was it. That was it. Simple. Would you look at it? Let's see. I paid for the clubhouse, but I'm not a member of Discord. I wrote, okay. You're not a member of Discord. No, there's no way. There's no way. There's no way. If you're serious about that, message us info@time-to-eat-trading, but you should be good to go, brother. What up, the Prater Trader? What's good? What's good? Yeah, email us at info@timetoeattrading.com if that is true, and we'll get it set up for you very, very quickly. Okay, anyways, let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of that. Let's move our zones back to where we had them, and let's see if we can reject off of 04 here. Yeah, 4 hours starting to come back up. Looking good, looking good. We got 5 minutes for a 30-minute closure. We have 5 minutes for a 15-minute closure. So we'll see where we go. Same entry? Okay. Cool, cool. About my volume's low. Is it? Is it better now? Can you hear me now? Did you look at the 30-minute? Yeah, so basically like what I was looking at was I really wanted to take buys, but the 15-minute candle here closed with no top wick, right? And at the same time, the 1 hour candle closed bearish, right? And the 30-minute time frame had a celery play, you know, not the best one. I was more based off of the onion here. But that was pretty much it. We had the 15 close because I wanted to see if I could take a buy right on the 15-minute candle here. But we ended up closing with no wick. Once this candle popped up, that was just simply the top wick on the new 1 hour candle, right? So I just ended up taking the sells here, expecting the 1 hour to get a low, especially after the 15-minute has no wick at the top. You know what I mean? So you need to pull back anyway because look at the 1 hour time frame. So as I looked at the 1 hour, I said, yeah, you know what? Buys will probably not play out right now, right? We've moved up so high, right? We've kind of come into this resistance level. You have a strong resistance being formed. Top wick is good. And yeah, that was it. Pretty simple, like just playbook position. Sells there in London. I was probably sleeping. That's probably why. Yeah, no reason. Did you guys take sells in London? Let me see. Show me the sells that you guys took. Show them to me. I want to take a look. Hey, yo, good morning. 8-figure trader in the house. Let's get it. Got funded 100K. Okay, very nice. Simply following the playbook. Watch 7 times a day. Oh my God, that's awesome. Love that. Love that. Oh my God, he's so obsessed. It's unhealthy. Yeah? Yeah, we'll see how unhealthy it is when the man starts pulling thousands from the markets, right? You know, don't let the naysayers get at you, bro. Don't let the naysayers get to you. They're going to call you obsessed. They're going to call you crazy. They're going to call you all these stupid things. Immature, irresponsible, you know, paying attention to things that don't matter. Trust me, you'll be laughing to the bank. Stay hungry. That's discipline, yep. Yeah, what my mentor would say, you know, what average people call fanatical, successful people call discipline. Let me repeat it. What average people call fanatical, successful people call discipline. So, you know, you got to really, really stay clear of the naysayers. You know what I mean? Excuse me. You want to do forex analysis? I'm gonna get you. I got you guys with GJ. I got you guys with a GJ analysis soon. All right, Clubhouse. Where are we? How we feeling? Who we got here? What up, Jose? How we doing, brother? Jay Coop. Lewis's iPhone. And Lewis is in the back. Lewis is in the video, and he's in the background of the video. That's awesome. Big Legrand in here, man. I'm telling you, I framed that picture of Legrand. You guys see it? I framed it. One day I'll have biceps like that dude. One day. You have to be obsessed. Yeah, you really do. Be obsessed or be average. You have to be obsessed. It's just part of the game. You're a gambler? Yeah, as long as you're not being a gambler, let them call you a gambler all they want. I am ready to lock in, gang. I'm ready to get my live account to like $150,000. I'm ready to pump this 50K instant fund. And I'm going to work towards a $7,500 payout on 350Ks. and I'm about to get relentless. So let's just keep rolling. Quarter three is coming up. I'm going to start getting very aggressive here in the markets. And yeah, it's time to lock in or clock in, Neo. It's time to move. It's time to move. So we got Q3 coming up, basically my favorite time to trade. And it's time to lock in, go to the next levels. Next levels. Yeah, you got to be obsessed. Yep. Nah, yo, what up, Jaguar? How we feeling today, man? I can't answer the question without saying hi, hello, how are you? Wait, what was the question again? I don't have any idea about the playbook. Go to my YouTube channel then, and go to the playbook 2.0 video. Where is it? Right. Go. Just watch all these videos, all of them. Just every single one of them. Just go watch. Let me know you're watching them too. Leave a like, leave a comment, so I know that you're watching them, you're locked in, or. But yeah, this is it right here. The playbook 2.0. Go check this video out if you want to change your trading forever. That's all I'll say. There's the link, and you do what you want with it. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. All right, cool. Let's see if we can get down to 04. Maybe close with no lower wick or something. Okay, we did close here on the 30-minute time frame. We closed on the 15. Let's see what we want to do kind of as we approach support here. And then I like the buys coming back up. It'd be pretty nice. Even if we have to wait in on 9, so we let this 1 hour candle close, and then we start looking for those long positions around 9. That'll be fine too. Yeah, hip surgery and stuff. Yeah, hey, if you're distracted, brother, just take a couple days off. You know what I mean? Take care of all that, and then just get back to it. Yeah, if anyone wants 6 months of TradeZella, yeah, that's fine. Why don't you use it, brother? Why don't you use it? Let's go, bands, count it up. Hey, let's do it together. Hey, one thing's for sure, we could just do it together. All right, so let's just roll together. Let's sharpen the axe every day and, you know, push closer to it. Yeah, I'm a little salty because I think I was like 1,400 from another payout. It was like 2 weeks ago. Lost all the profits there in that 2-day stretch. So I'm here to revenge trade. No, I'm just kidding. Let's see. What's up, JP? Legrand. Between that picture and the picture of Scott, my goodness, I'm depressed. SOS Angelo. Where is Angelo? Where's my man at? Missing my boy. I can screenshot everything you want. Honestly, brother, I really don't think it's that big of a deal. You know what I mean? If anyone wants a free 6 months of TradeZella, holla at them. If not, you know, I don't really think it's that big of a deal. But thank you. That's very, very generous of you to be willing to give away an account like that. Green, he has arrived. Let's go, Green. Any trades taken? Not in Asian or London. I got to bed pretty late last night too, so I didn't really trade much of London. I hung out for a little bit in London, but didn't really trade in London. So I'm not too sure if they took a payout after I left, but I'm sorry, a trade. Yeah, Angelo took a payout. I know he took a payout, so maybe he's taking a little chill. We miss him. The Matrix got him. So this is a pullback for a possible long? Correct. That's what I'd be waiting on here. So that's kind of like what I'm looking at. The shorts were valid, but you had to get them up here, right? So the shorts I took, they were from way up here. I don't really want to take any sells down here now, right? Now I'm like, okay, This is exactly what I was looking for potential buys, right? So I want to look to take the buys. Yeah, 30 looks clean. 30 looks clean. So if we can kind of stay put down here and do some sort of like inverted celery deal, maybe a little closure above that area right there, that will be super clean. Might even be able to get that on the 15-minute. Yeah. So this, again, you know, the 15-minute here, right, we could pop up right now and come back down and re-break the lows as this 30-minute candle gets a steeper top wick. So that's where we have to, you know, either go small on the buys here if you guys like them, or don't take them at all, right? Wait for the actual 30-minute candle to close, and then I think we'll have much, much better confirmation at that point. The 15-minute celery, yeah, it looked like a 15 celery, but you see how it's not really working out too well? Because I think price is trying to start to move bullish here. Let's see. Sells below 78. 78. Where's 78? Oh, are you talking about forex charts? Yeah, I'm not sure. He's gonna come back iced out. Yeah. How can we be delusional? How you said you were. You just developed a sense of everything is all good. You ever heard the saying, "Be still and know that I am God"? Right? You just, at some point, you just have to know that you know. Jesus says you'll know the truth. He didn't say you'll think. He said you'll know it, right? So sometimes you just got to know, man. You know, this is your calling, right? This is your thing. This is what the plans are for you. And you have to just freely, nonchalantly expect it to come, right? I mean, I'm not saying just sit on the couch and eat potato chips and, you know, just think I'm going to be a millionaire, right? But, you know, put in the work, but don't be so caught up in it, right? Because if you want something, that means you don't have it. Right? So if you can live in the same exact feeling that you would if you already had it, that means you'll just align with it. Right? So where most people, they want, they're not aligning themselves with it because they continue to tell themselves they want it. But when you know you have it, right? And that's what I mean. When you know it's your time, when it's your mission and your calling, and this is what's going to go down, right? This is what's going to happen in your life, then you can accept, you know, openly just accept the fact that it is true, right? And you can begin to live. That's why I say, hey, today's another day to be an 8-figure trader, right? It's time to, and how do you become an 8-figure trader? Well, the money doesn't just pop up in your bank account, right? You start to take actions. You start to have the same thoughts. You start to walk. You start to talk. You start to think, right? You start to trade like an 8-figure trader. That's how you align things, right? So you almost, it's almost as if you act as if you're already in that position. You're already living that life because, you know, yeah, there you go. Like it's called the power of assumption, right? When you assume, you'll only get what you assume. Only get what you assume, right? Everything you got right now is because in a way you visualized it and assumed it, right? So the power of assumption is insane, and you just got to lock in and understand, I am a good trader. I am a trader that, you know, or whatever it is that your desire is. It doesn't even have to be a trader, right? But you got to walk and talk as if you're already doing it. That's why I encourage you guys, gang, don't cheat your plan today. That's not what 8-figure traders do, right? 8-figure traders don't cheat on their plan, right? They stick to their plan. They don't deviate. They're wise in their approach. So all you got to do is continue to act as if you are an 8-figure trader, and eventually time will be your edge, and eventually you will become an 8-figure trader. For real. Or whatever it is that you want. To be honest, you could be a 9-figure trader, 10-figure trader, 11-figure trader, 12-figure trader. You just got to believe it. You just got to believe it. That's it. And you just got to be willing to do what those people do, right? If you want a really good marriage, guess what? You start doing things that really good husbands or wives begin to do. You want to be a really good father, you start doing things that really good fathers do, right? And that's eventually how you become it. So it doesn't matter who you are now. You could become anyone you desire. That's it. All right, cool. So, yeah, we broke the highs and nothing here. So I'm glad we didn't execute yet. Let's just wait on this closure here. And we got 5 minutes here. So hopefully it stays put and waits on us. But, yeah. What company should you go with for your first futures? I would get like a cheap account with Top 1 Futures. Yeah, get the 55% off with the TT code and... yeah, just start learning, you know, start learning so you could eventually start earning. All right. Can I get your chart template? Template, let's see. There's that. So just take a screenshot there. And then I think you're looking for the canvas, right? Got it, got it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You can always go back and pause the stream. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's see. Yeah, law of assumption. Yeah, man. I've done this. I've done this with my life. You know what I mean? I've literally created a life by design, right? Truly by design. By fixing my thoughts, basically aligning my thoughts with my words and my words with my actions, and lining all that up with my vision, right? And what I'm after has gotten me to it every single time. So peak to peak, baby. You go from one mountaintop to another, you know, and then you got to enjoy the journey from each one, right? Because no matter what, when you go from peak to peak to peak, guess what? That means when you're at one high, you got to get to another high. So in order to do that, what are you going to have to do? You're going to have to climb, right? You're going to have to go through the rough, the terrain, the, you know, the sketchy parts of the land, right, to get up to the top of that peak. So, you know, no matter what you do, the level up, you're going to have a progress or a process and a mission ahead of you. So, join the clubhouse in September. Do I need to buy a prop firm? Nope. Nope, nope. Would I recommend Top Step or Top One? I think they're both good companies. You know what I mean? I don't see anything wrong with either one of them. They both pay out. They're both good. They got two different rules. One's got consistency on the front end. The other's got consistency on the back end. So it just depends which... you know, which firm you like and which rules you like, you know, a little bit better. I think they're both good. I've used them both. So they're both fire. I've gotten payouts with both of them too. So where's the other G? Johnny Gems? Let me check. Let's see, Zoom. Let's see. Is Johnny Gems here yet? We got a few minutes, so if this candle can close above the range here, I will be having a buy stop on the break of the highs over there at 09. What up, Green? How we feeling? I used to watch How to Make 10K a Month YouTube. Yeah. Yes, sir. What's up, Pablo? Good morning, bro. What up, Traders X? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. What's up, Tamra? Yeah, so that's why you don't want to enter the buys there, you know, prematurely. You know, I know it seems it's gonna go, but you know, gang, you gotta wait for proper setups, right, to show up. Because again, like I said, you could break the high there and literally just start driving down on a 30-minute candle. Thoughts on FTMO? I think they're, I haven't used them in a long time, but they were actually the first funding company I ever used. It was $500 for 100K. Yeah, 550 back then. I'm like, I was so hesitant to do it. And I'm like, man, what if I lose like 10,000 or 15,000? Like, I'm going to have to pay these guys back. I didn't know how it all worked at that time. But yeah, I mean, I've gotten payouts from FTMO as well. I think they're great. I think they're great if you're still trading forex. All right, we got a 15 closure coming up here, so I may have some buy stops here on the break of the highs on Goldie. We'll see if we can get this. What do we got? 50Ks. Yeah, so we'll see if we can see if we make a little lower wick and then break the highs here. Quick question, Benz or Porsche? Today, I don't know. We'll see. I haven't taken the Porsche out since like Wednesday of last week, so it's been about a week there. So probably take a ride today in the Porsche. All right, I'm gonna have a buy stop here. It's gonna be on the break of the 30-minute high, previous 15-minute high as well. And we're going to see if we can get a push out of here now that we've got our, attempting to make this support. So the idea here is, can this 30-minute candle end up closing like this, right, at the closure of this candle? And that right there will be our TP, or at least our partials, and then maybe we can continue moving bullish here today. Let's see. Yeah, stops for me are probably going to go below these lows here for about 30 pips, 31 pips. How come the 15-minute seller play didn't work? Price is bullish. Price is ultimately bullish right now, so that's probably why it didn't work. Tora, you could just you can make deposits just through anything like Coinbase, anything that you have crypto in. So you gotta do it. Unfortunately, you gotta do it through crypto. So it's a little different than futures. All right, let's see if we can break the highs here and see if we can get a big push up out of gold. We got a wick fill here. We've also got the highs. We've got the 4-hour trying to make its way back up here. So the idea is, can the 4-hour continue moving bullish, reflip, break the highs, and go for a run here today? 1 hour is also kind of tapping into support, so keep in mind that the 1 hour is still open, so anything can happen here, right? We can break these 30 highs, come back down again, so just be prepared. There's a probability to this, but this would be a loss that I would be semi-proud of, right? I wouldn't really mind taking the loss here on a trade like this. That makes perfect sense. So that is my idea. Gonna look to close some partials up at what are we doing here? Limit sell right up here at 13, and my stops are going to be sitting somewhere down here, probably around like 06 for like 30 pips ish. And that's it. So let's see if we can get a move out of this. We got 8:30 here, 8:45. So 15-minute candle is also going to close in about 3 minutes. So we'll see how we do. As long as the 30 close is bullish above here, I think this is pretty clean to continue moving up here. I would expect us to get a bit of a move right now, though, at the end of this 1 hour candle to pull back. So, that's the point of getting in on the last 15 here. What is this? What can I make here? This is 600. Yeah, so I would definitely have to take some partials up there. Yeah, so as you know, we could only make, 600 on these accounts. So, yeah, let's get to 600 right there. All right, let's see if we could push out of here. No, I'm not looking for shorts. I'm pretty bullish for the most part, I would say, on gold. Yeah, if you're not in now, you could wait for the 30 closure, right? And then off the 30 closure, you could take the buys as well. if we close above, right? If we close bullish. Order filled. Is this a celery? No, yes, this would be like so this trade is based off like the 15-minute like celery play, yeah. So you got to fake out here, you got to break of the lows there. Now we're re-breaking the highs with a wick to fill. So this is where you should, you know, get a little push out of there. Where is John? Yeah, I don't know. Where's Johnny Gems? My stops are going to be below the... You can keep them below the 30 lows. They're really not that bad there. That's probably the best stop. It's going to be about like 50 pips. Or you can keep them below current candle low, which isn't that bad either. But if the 30 doesn't make the move here, right, or the 15, then what's going to happen most likely is the next 30 probably going to have to come down and make a low there, right? So that's where you can get stopped out if you got the stops too tight. So if you can put stops below that low, I think that's going to be your best bet. Yeah, and the only way I get out of this trade is if our 30-minute candle closes below the range. If it closes below, then we probably have to skate out of there and, you know, take a smaller stop loss. Exclusive content on TikTok. Yeah, we're starting to upload a lot of stuff on TikTok now. So you guys go follow us there. Follow us on Instagram. We're moving and grooving. Yeah, clean. I think the 1 hour candles are gonna kind of pop out of here, but you know, it may need some time here. So we really need to close bullish on the 30. Otherwise, you know, we could close below here and just keep moving down. So we'll see if we get a support. That's kind of the idea here. Stops. So there's a few. My stops are going to be below the 30. So my stops are going to probably look something like this. TP up here and look something like that. That'll be the cleanest stop for us. That'll be re-breaking the 30 lows, right? So if we re-break the 30 lows, then chances are we don't want to be in that position anyway, right? So that's the way I take a full stop. But then if we end up closing back below like this, so let's say we close below here, then I will just exit full position right there. So two ways of getting out, or three ways of getting out, right? Number one, if we can tap into 34.12 for some profit. Number two, if we close back below the range, we get out wherever that closure is. And number three, just a full stop at 34.04. Let's bring that back. Boom. Let's see. Why is trading so difficult? It's a tough game, brother. Tough game. The thing is, you have to trade as a probability, right? So there's no one for sure answer, you know, like there normally would be, like let's say in your job or in your business or anything else that you did in life, in school, right? There's kind of like the answer, you know what I mean? Like the right way to do it. And in this game, it's just probability, right? So anything can happen at any time. And, you know, it takes a lot of experience to dial it in, right? But once you dial it in, it begins to get a little bit easier, a little bit more duplicatable, you know, and, you know, you just recognize things a little bit better. But yeah, we've seen this game, we've seen this game chew people up, spit them out, and only to never to return. So it's not an easy game to play, that's for sure. If we get a clean 30 closure, I'm going to add to this position on a couple other accounts here too. So we need a good 30 closure though. Look at all the names. Look at the guy next to you. You see him? And then look at the other guy on the other side of you. You see him? Neither of them will be here in a year. You know, it's like Navy SEAL status. It's like Navy SEAL status. Look at the guy to the left. Look at the guy to the right. Chances are neither of them will be here. Some friends hit me up and they go, hey, you know, I really want to get into trading. I'm like, no, don't do it. Don't do it. Six minutes. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's good, Sandman? How we feeling, brother? All right, we got liquidity everywhere. Everywhere. Pretty interesting here. So we broke the lows earlier. We broke the highs now. So let's see. This big 30 closure coming up. Big 30 closure. ES. On ES, we are looking for... Yeah, just price just running up here, so... pretty much nothing. Yeah, I want to see if I can get buys somewhere back down here. So if we can pull back a little bit, kind of similar to gold, pull back, kind of look for some buys somewhere down here by like 76. That would be great. You know, just a clean support, kind of good closure back above. I think we can continue moving bullish. Yeah, if not, what I would love to see is maybe that support form, but you know, get like a bearish closure now below, and then we could take advantage of this range moving down off of these sells here. Yeah, that's probably what I look for. One or two options there. All right, we got 3 minutes, so we'll see what happens here. Last 3 minutes of the hour candle coming up too. Can we get a pullback? Blessed and highly favored. Let's go, Sam, man. Bring out the arrow strat. Hopefully we don't need it. Traders X, how we feeling? Yeah, so I'm finna take about, my plan is to crack 100,000 on this account, get a little bit above there, and then probably shoot to take like a $50,000 payout here at some point in September, or a withdrawal, I'm sorry. Yeah, we're currently up 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. We're currently up 50,000, so I might even just take my 30,000 back. You know, the 30 grand I initially put in, take that 30 grand back, and then just play with just profits. Yeah. Let go their light. Let go their light. God save. All right, 1 minute here. 1 minute. I'm going against Nick. Oh man. Uh-oh. Yeah, big 50K. I want to do a big like 50K withdrawal here. Yeah, maybe I'll stuff that 50K into like a futures broker too and just keep on flipping. They call me Flipper, man. They call me Flipper. Someone hit sell. Take one for the team. Take one for the team. Yeah, I want to see if we can get the 30 obviously to close strong bull, and you know that 1 hour to pull back, because kind of what my idea here is the 1 hour moving up, right? So obviously it moved up quite a bit right now into that area here, but then now it's pulling back, right? So I think as long as we can close above the range here and we just do our little pullback, that we can see the 1 hour making its way back up here. But you know, who knows? Who knows? Just got to go based off probability. Hold the line. Yeah, hold the line here, Goldie. Hold the line. Get a pop. We should be able to get a little pop out of this 1 minute candle. This is gold. Yeah, this is gold. Yep. 7 seconds. What a beautiful closure we are going to get here. Yeah, yeah. All right. So, yeah, I mean, I'm gonna remain bullish here. You know, we closed right at support there. I would assume that if we want to move bullish, you know, we're gonna go. All right, we're gonna kind of push up here and get a move out of this zone. If not, we'll come down, we'll hit stops, and won't be the first time, you know, won't be the last time. So I think this is still pretty good to continue holding. We do have a new 1 hour candle, and like I said, I would expect us to start to kind of create supports out of here now, right? You know, we might come down and get stopped out or whatever, but I think we could continue moving up. We could continue moving up. Feel it. Oh no, my headset's dying. Hold on. My headset's dying, man. Damn. What up, Daniel? There he is. There he is. Daniel, I miss you, bro. There he is. There we go. I was like, where is he? Where is the man? He's on a new site today. Hold on, you got something new going on. That's why you haven't been on video. I see. That's that new money right there. Love it, bro. Good to see you, brother. Good to see you. Johnny Gems, how we feeling?
Yo, my man.
Hey, how are you?
What's up, brother? Feeling good, blessed and highly favored. Ready to go?
Yes, sir.
How you feeling?
Let's pop him up.
Let's have an amazing day.
Oh, I don't even know who I just
Discipline and
spot. Did I
patience.
spotlight the wrong guy?
Spotlight.
There we go.
Let's get busy. What's up, chat? Good morning, everyone. Happy New York session. Grateful to be here.
Oh, let me drag my stop here real quick. Yeah, so I'm gonna have a stop at 34. Yeah, 34. What is this? 04. Yeah, I don't want to break that low there. Yeah, we may come down and break the 1 hour lows before going back up, and you know that is what it is, right? How much can you lose on a 50K, John?
2K.
Okay, 2K. All right, cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna keep the stops down here. Maybe we could respect the lows here, and we should be okay to push back up. But very, very tough price action here, man.
Yeah, definitely. Yadon looks like the best stops out here.
Yeah, I don't see any stops better than this here. So bring out the arrows. Bring out the arrows.
Now I still think gold comes back up though.
I'm still pretty bullish. You know, I'm still pretty bullish myself. So we'll see.
Yeah.
We might have to get tossed around, get a little stop out here maybe, but now we may have to bring out the arrows.
Bring out. This might be the pack here.
Yeah, it could be. Let's
bring
see
them
the
out, bro.
5. Holy! Oh my goodness!
Still got no topic, bro.
Hold on. We need him.
This.
Get out of here.
Yo, this thing's gotta work again.
Stay away. No,
mean,
we're
you
coming
got no
down. We're
top
getting
wick.
hit. We're getting hit.
Don't manifest that, bro.
Oh, oh.
Don't speak it into existence.
Stay back.
Back runner here.
Stay back. Stay
Back
back.
runner here.
Arrow Sassy, where are you? Get over here, man. Oh, man, we need the yellow arrows. We need these yellows. Stay away. Stay away. Get out of here. Bye-bye, gold. I don't want none of that over here. No. No. Stay away.
That's where the heart starts to pound here.
Arrows better start arrowing, baby. Come on, we never fail with the arrow strat. We need this top wick. Can we get a little magnet? Where's the magnet?
This so far has a 100% win rate.
We need a magnet up here. Somebody get me a
Someone
dang magnet.
Someone sell, damn it.
The green ones, the green arrows. That's right. Send in the greens. Back up. Back up. Back up. All right, we need to stay away here. We should get going. We should get out of here now. The green arrows are here.
This always works though, so I mean, this is best plan B.
That's A. When all else fails, you bring the arrow strat out.
Yeah, bro. Someone sell. Ooh.
Oh my gosh.
Sheesh.
Stay away from me. Oh.
Yo.
Hey, yo.
This is just like when we got TP. This is how my TP reacts to price too. So I'm cool with it.
This is how my TP reacts. How'd you get that arrow? We need we need something like that. Oh snap. Oh snap.
When this
Can we
is
get out of
happening
here?
with
There's
your TP
another
chat,
wick
you
here
better-
to the left, but you know, I
better
hate
get
to
out.
I hate to do that there. So let's see if we can get out of this area. Come on, baby. Come on, arrows. Come on, arrows.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow.
Get away. Get away.
This is why if that's your TP, you snag that chat.
Get away. We need more. We need more.
Dude, you got no top wick. I mean,
Yeah, we got no top wick up here, so get that arrow away. Get it away from there, bro. I don't want to see no arrows pointing down. Let's go. Let's go. Keep it moving.
bro, you were a king at surviving these.
Hey,
games.
hey, hey, hey.
Hey,
Don't talk. Don't talk.
I'm speaking into existence, brother.
John, shut the heck up. Just let the arrows do the talking.
Someone get me
man.
out of the room.
All right. Do we need? I think we need to keep going, right? Do we need to keep adding them? Is that usually how it works best?
Yes, bro.
Come on, we need
Chat, is
to
everyone else in?
we need to flip on this candle here.
But
Yeah, the only other low is sitting right there, which is like literally probably 4 pips from where the current stop is. So you could always move it down. I think it's like 3 pips, which isn't a bad idea. Is it? Yeah, like 4 pips. So, but I think we should be good.
bro, we're good. Arrows are out, bro.
Arrows are out. But yeah, if you guys want, you can move it there. Let's see. It would take mine from 1140 to 1260. So, yeah.
Like 100 more.
Yeah, like 100 more.
Ain't no difference, facts, Aaron.
Yeah, that's
At
true.
this point, ain't no difference.
Get out of here, Price. Get out. Get out. All right, come on. We need more green. Green, where are you? I need green and arrow sassy to report to the dance floor right now.
Green check.
Nuke it with a red arrow. We need the big dogs to step in. Big dogs coming in now. We're bringing in the
Yeah,
heavy
thanks.
armor. Let's go. We got to bring in the heavy armor here. Aaron, do something. Do something for us here, brother.
Aaron, bro, maybe like sacrifice one of the other accounts, bro, in a sell.
Please, dude. In the name of TTE.
In the name of TT, bro.
In the name of love. Come on, we need that top wick up there. We're gonna need that. We're gonna need that.
Definitely. Freaking 30-minute. Moved it down to that low, right?
Just, yeah, the 4 pips. So we'll see if we
Alright, that
survive. We'll see.
Should help.
Can we get push out of here for our top wick? Can we get it? Can we get it? Start doing the rain dance, Aaron.
Chat, y'all adjusted your stops too? I hope.
It's not. I mean, it's only four pips, so
4 pips,
I think it's
yeah.
pretty wise. I mean,
Structure-wise,
it could
makes
still
sense,
get hit.
you
It
know?
could still get hit, but
I mean, of course. But structure-wise makes sense.
I removed the stop loss. Just removed it. I think you should be good. I mean, we didn't break through the original one yet. Not yet. Can't lose if you don't have a stop loss.
That's sort of true.
Gonna add a position if we close
Sorta not
bullish. Smart. Yeah, if we can close back above, I mean, this is gonna look good for like a brand new setup. I got the Glock. Got the Glock. Someone get the Glock out.
I mean, you kept moving your stop, but I mean, it made sense at the same time.
Yeah. I mean, you gotta. With the idea with the candle with no wick plus the 30-minute closed above, you know that this is liquidity trying to get buyers out of the market, right? So depending on where their stops are, depending on how much they're risking, they're getting scared, right? They're bringing stupid arrows out. They're doing all this stupid stuff, right? Just to try and justify that 30 closed above and that we should continue moving bullish, right? After the liquidity there. So, I mean, that's my thoughts on it here.
Definitely trying to get buyers out here.
So they either have their stops,
thoughts.
you know what I mean, or they're getting worried, right? So they're going to close the trades and stuff like that. So that's kind of, this could be the shakeout here before a big push up. You know, we got 915 coming, we got 930 coming. So if we get volume in the upward direction, you know, that could be pretty good for us here, especially with the overall bias being bullish.
Yeah, you're right about that, bro. Most people's stops were definitely sitting below those lows there that are broken now.
Yeah, yep.
Makes a lot of sense, actually.
But we'll see. You know, we'll see.
I mean, yeah, at the end of the day, anything can still happen, so.
We'll keep the arrows up and have high hopes for this.
What you gonna do if it closes like that, like strong bearish? Just gonna let it rock, right?
Yeah, we'll see. How much time do we have? Is that it? Was that the candle?
2
Oh, 1 minute.
minutes.
Yeah, so we'll see how we close up in 1 minute. Hopefully we can get a big rejection out of here like we got that last one. And maybe we could even flip up and close bullish on this candle. Bullish closure, yeah. Bullish closure here would be epic. It would be. Some of you guys added down there. Nice, nice. Yeah, I didn't want to add anything. John's got the arrows too, man.
Of course.
Can Goldie give us one to talk about later?
Wild.
Can Goldie give us one to talk about? Do I have Instagram? Oh, Louis G? I don't know if Louis G has Insta. Louis G, do you?
It's
not
crazy
sure.
how many times like this has happened.
This is how you this is character development session.
It's crazy.
Come on, baby. Break these highs. We need this top wick. We need a good 15 bullish closure. You know, no candle has closed below the range yet. So let's see if we can get this 15 in 10 seconds to give a little pop here. Yeah, because now you're looking at like this inverted celery for 915, right? You got a lot of rejection to the downside. So yeah, we can easily just pop up here on this inverted celery. So now like what you have here is you can say, look, you know, we have support sitting right here, right on the 15-minute time frame. So if we begin to break the highs here at 9:15, we should go up, fill the wick in which we already pushed, you know, the wick that we were in for, and then 9:30 should give us the continuation to push up. So that's the plan. That's the plan. Would you look at that? Yeah.
This
Just look
is
at it.
crazy.
How is this working? It's mainly price action, gang. You know what I mean? Like, it's mainly price action. Again, we could have got stopped there, right? Wicks could go anywhere, but all in all, we are pretty bullish so far here on the day, right? And now that we've kind of created the 15 support, you know, we've kind of, it's like we broke the highs there. We should have really made our push up there. So I'm surprised we didn't, but maybe it was just the 1 hour needed to move down here to start to push up. So like the idea here is if 9:15 and 9:30 can come in, push this 1 hour candle, like break the 1 hour highs here, right? This 1 hour candle can go for a ride here. We got basically the highest time of volume coming in right now. So we'll see, man. There's still 43 minutes left on the 1 hour, but you know, we broke the lows and now we're coming back up to the high there. So. But we're not out to clear yet, so
This is just the randomness of the market, just doing whatever.
yeah.
Not even realizing where Nick's stop is or not.
I personally don't. I'm skeptical about even putting stop losses in because I always think like they know where the stop is at.
Right? Feel that?
Like they're looking at me, one trader, you know.
It's like, all right, let's get this guy out of here. Stop.
All right, Nick Stewart's out. All right, cool. We can push price now. But yeah, we are in a bit of a choppy trade here. You know, it's pretty choppy. So you know, we need volume to get us out of this. This is a 3-round fight. Yeah, another one, another candle here.
Low key, bro. Nick, bro, do you get your water? Snap.
Nah, I got water right here.
We fighting here.
I'm in the UK. Who's a trusted provider for funded? Top one.
No.
Top one futures. Goldie's playing with us. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, Playbook 3.0 coming up with the additional strategy, arrow strategy.
Literally. It's gonna have to come, bro.
Yeah. All right, 9:15. Let's see what you got for us here.
Had some push-ups.
Jason. Lovely day trading gold today, huh? So, how was your trading day today, honey? Don't even ask. Oh, snap. Too late to get in here? Yeah. I mean, you can get in on the break of the 15 highs, but I wouldn't get in anywhere down here because we could just push straight through these arrows now. There's a lot of volume in the market. A lot of volume coming in. So.
Yeah, I mean, next best bet would probably be a closure above '07. Nice solid closure.
'07, yeah. Yeah, you need a good closure. I mean, we've been closing above '07, but you need a good closure. Been nothing but dojis here since we got in.
Exactly.
Welcome to day trading, my friends. You guys came here. You took 4 or 5 wins with us straight, and now we're in some drawdowns. So welcome.
Yeah, welcome to trading for real.
Enjoy it. Enjoy it. We're glad to have you.
Great to have you.
It will go up from 52. 52. What? Don't tell me that.
This is what they call drawdown. It's totally normal in trading.
Yeah, it happens. Yeah, you also get losses. You lose money, believe it or not.
Yeah. They say drawdown's healthy for the soul, you know. You're working on like the habit of becoming comfortable, like with letting your trade fluctuate up and down in profit or in loss, and working on staying composed, trusting the markets, the edge. Yeah, every trade's an opportunity to practice composure, you know, and accept the random outcome to your trade.
Wow, we nipped the low. We nipped the low.
Bro,
Sheesh.
this thing wants you in, bro.
This is this is gangster. Not gonna lie, gold's gangster, man. Holy smokes.
This is savage. No comment.
No comment.
Wow.
Bring out the whole ocean. Come on. All we
That
need
was
is a
another liquidity
break
grab.
of that high. That's all we need. Yeah, sellers are now in off the break of that low. No doubt about it. Where's my boy Neo? Start whistling. If we break that high, we're gone. We're gone. But we gotta flip bullish here.
Would you come? That was like a pip or two. That low standing strong.
I don't even know. Nobody knows nothing. And if we break the high, we should get a straight shot up too. We shouldn't do no more consolidating or, like stalling or anything like that.
Bro, it'd be beautiful if we get a strong closure here, strong confirmation closure at 9:30. That'd be amazing. Strong support forms. Yeah, and it's over. Facts, J. Coop. Strong support formed above '07. It's game over here, chat. 4-hour and daily are both very bullish too. At least the bias is like in our favor here, of course. Yeah, Nick, bro, I agree, bro. This is just a trade. You just gotta lay back and watch right now.
Pretty much. Just enjoy the show.
Enjoy the show, bro. Definitely a show right here.
You can't see me. Yeah, a 30 bullish closure is going to be the best bet, you know. 30 bullish closure. You need something up here, right? You need something like this to get really confident again in the buys, right? Something like that would look just fantastic for 930.
Yep. I mean, one thing's definite, or two things are definite. In this trade, it's either going to go up or down, really.
Or just doji out for 2 hours. Don't do that to us, Gold.
Imagine.
I'll be right back,
Just
right?
stays between 08 and freaking 03 the whole session. Yeah, need some fuel. Well, you're just here in the right timing because 9:30 is 5 minutes away. So we're probably gonna see a nice push up or a nice push down here at 9:30. So let's see. You got 4 minutes for this candle to close. Hopefully we can kind of close back above 07, and then 9:30 hopefully just pushes us up. Yo, what up, Cameron? How you doing, bro? I'm feeling good, man. Blessed and highly favored. Grateful to be here. Follow my trading plan. Yeah, gold Gatorade is 9:30. Yes, A1 us. Definitely looking to jump back in here if we get a good closure above 07. Yes, definitely. Yeah, like I said, that's probably the next best bet here. What's up, Energy? This trade's taking all my brain cells away. Hilarious. How long have we been in this trade? Creeping on an hour. I think like 40 minutes, 45 minutes or something like that. Yo, what up, Bands Counted Up, my man? How you doing, bro? Yeah, I mean, hey, sometimes you're gonna get lucky, you know? Invest stars, like, sometimes you're gonna get lucky. But what we do most of the time is not luck, right? It's probabilities, right? What we do is we increase our probabilities of success over time, you know? And then every now and then you're gonna get some luck as well. Which everyone gets lucky at times, you know?
A little luck here, a little luck there.
But if you look at the last 100 trades, that's definitely not luck, right? That's probabilities for sure.
Yeah, man, Goldie just doesn't want to go. Doesn't want to go. 2 minutes here, 2 minutes.
Scotty boy. Yes, sir, exactly. Like, this trade literally makes no difference by itself. Like, this one trade doesn't matter. Like, this one trade can make you or break you, right? And if you look at over 100 trades, right, that one trade doesn't really matter.
It doesn't. Just another trade. Just another trade.
Just another trade, a part of the plan. Going in the hands of probabilities.
My main thing here is that we continue to close above 07. Right? So we really want to see this guy here close above 07 too. But with 930 coming in, if you've kind of tried to get down over an 01, 2, 3, like stabs at it. I think if we break the highs at 9:30, we'll go. Boom, boom. Joined the clubhouse, was in 7 realms. Pay-per-view, baby.
Juice.
Can we add to our position if we are confident it's a winner and willing to accept? Of course, of course. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, man. Here it comes. The moment we've all been waiting for. All right. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen now, gang. 3, 2, 1. Here we go.
Holy smokes. God bless.
Blessings.
Blessings.
We did close above, too, by the way. We closed above. But we either get stopped or we take our profits here.
We're either collecting profits or paying some expenses.
Um,
Hella drunk.
Drum roll, please. Nice going to war with you guys. It's your money. Yeah, that's right, Green. Yeah, hey, it's your money. You know what I mean?
True.
Anything could happen here. Anything could happen now.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna keep my bullish bias just based off the fact that we are bullish and we just continue to close above 07 here. So we'll see. We'll see. We got to break those highs. I think if we break the highs at 08, that's gonna put us in a much better position to continue moving up.
$30 keeps getting weaker and weaker as we get further down.
Yeah. Yep. The only way I put my stop loss to current low is if we get back in profit. Yeah. Otherwise, I can't do that yet.
Yeah. The stop loss structure wise makes a lot of sense.
He said he smoked 2 packs of cigarettes on this trade.
Damn, bro.
Oh, snap. Man,
It's,
man hasn't smoked a cigarette in 2 weeks. He's like, yeah, man, I'm really getting better listening to how to create new habits, how to develop new habits, how to develop new systems. We get in this trade. 30 minutes later, 2 packs of cigarettes gone.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
mad.
snap. Had 3 more packs? Oh, snap. Yo, can you guys hear me when I talk like this far away? Or not?
Yeah,
like-
but not as good.
Not
We
as
can hear
good.
you. Yeah,
Cigarette money coming soon.
hilarious, bro, hilarious.
We broke the highs on forex, but not on the futures chart yet.
What's different, bro? I mean, what's new?
Not much.
Damn, only man's forgot about the coffee. Thanks to this long trade. Now the coffee's cold.
Let's see. Can't believe this candle has, yeah, yo, for real. Energy, move some things around here. Get gold to pop.
Yeah. Do some crazy energy.
Give us the energy. Yes, whatever you're doing right now, just keep doing it. Call Lele. Lele ran out, man. She went to the store. Lele, if you can hear me through
Yeah,
our
bro.
telepathic connection, break the highs and bring the volume. Boom, boom. We know that the sellers have been activated off that break of the low again here too, so holy 9:30. Where's the volume? Where is it?
Yeah. We may just be
coming.
waiting on a stronger closure, honestly, above. Could be.
We need that strong closure to come somehow.
Unless the volume just comes in out of nowhere.
Here it comes. Here it comes.
Right,
Here it
oh.
comes.
Here it is. Wow.
Let's see. Can we keep pushing? Let me put. So I have a. Where is this? I have a $600 limit here, right? So 600.
Guess the volume came out of nowhere.
Well,
Yeah,
not out of
600.
nowhere, you know. 9:30's here, so we'll see if we can get ourselves to pop.
Well, out of nowhere at 9:30. That's what I meant.
Yeah. Well, let's see if we could push to that high that we originally made. 30-minute coming back up looks pretty good. We kind of filled that wick there, but I think we can get more out of this, especially since we've been struggling for quite some time here. Yeah, if anyone took you could add a better entry too if you took that 30-minute inverted celery right there. Then yeah, I would say good time to start closing some partials there. Can we break the high? Can we break the high?
Wow.
All right, awesome. So that's going to be moving my stops a little bit, and I'm going to take my profit right there. Yeah, I'm out.
That's crazy.
I'm out. Arrow strategy once again. Damn, that was wild. Past your combine. Let's go.
Well, so you
Crazy
call it
move.
less trade. Wow.
Crazy move. Crazy. One to talk about.
This guy prays over every session before he starts it.
Yeah, full out. Yeah, because if we don't break that high there, we could just continue to play around here. All right. Good trade. Good trade. That was wild. Wild.
Bro, the amount of times that has happened is very crazy.
God bless. God bless. If you took that trade, spam a W in the chat. Oh my gosh. Oh man, that was wild. Johnny Gems.
That's
I
I don't got anything to say here.
I didn't get that on any other account because, you know, I just couldn't, but Clubhouse. Nice move. Nice move. So again, we remained above '07 the entire time, right? So that was the idea of holding the position. Is just there was obviously these wicks down, but those are threats. Those are trying to shake us out, stop us out, things like that. Is the main, and this is a good lesson on candle closures, right? Like, and if the candles are not closing below the main area, then you're still in position to continue up. Like, sure, you can get wicked out and stopped out on stuff like that, but as long as the closures, right, are staying above, then, you know, you're still in good standings to move up there. So that's why we continue to hold on to that trade. My man made 3 savage. Nah, that's savage, bro. That's savage. Yeah, that was wild. Arrow sassy. The green arrows really played a role, and those bigger red ones, I think I'm going to start sample sizing those a little bit more too as we move on. Because those really help. Once them big red ones stepped in, it was like don't even think about coming down here. Got one contract still running. Very nice. Yeah, that's good. That's good. How much did I make? I made 333 times 2. So what's that? 666? Yeah, $666.52. Ballpark figure. But hey, by the way, if you didn't get in with us, this right here, that move on the break of the high was the official like playbook move right there. So entries at 34.08. Did anybody catch those at 34.08? Those were nice. Those are very nice. All right, look. So our partial TP. Wow. Wow. Arrow strategy works again. I fought for these 20 pips, yo. Hey, we fought for him today, gang. Price made us earn it today. You know, not every trade can we just go in and get into. I mean, I love those trades where we go in and we just go straight into profit and we hit our TP, and you know, we can't do that every trade, so I need a beer. I need a beer. I had my second entry on the break of the highs. Yeah, good, good. Nice. Are you talking about the '08 highs? I entered with you, then added. Okay, very nice. Move stop loss to current low. Closed at 30 pips. Awesome. Yeah, what did I get here? I got a little bit lower. I got about 20. I would say 20 or 23 pips there. Remember when we used to put the pips on the record? Dudes would be like, bro, that was 22. Not 24, all right? I counted. I double-checked. I looked back. I went back. I watched the stream. Shut up. Shut up. Update the record or we riot? Oh, snap. All right, we'll update it. Yeah, that was a wild one, Wokey. That was a wild one. That's how it is sometimes. That's how it is. Let's go. That new J. Coop reel coming. Oh, snap. Later bands counted up.
Peace, bro.
Enjoy, brother. Enjoy that one. Course on arrow strategy? Yeah. It's coming soon. Maybe the next webinar will do that. That's right, Muggs. That's right. Blessed and highly favored. That's just what you call blessed and highly favored sometimes. You know, maybe that little extra meditation before the live stream today helped out a little bit. I don't know. How to deal with playing out the way you thought, but price gets shot down, gets you stopped out. Yeah, you know, you just got to review the trade. And then, you know, look, I mean, even winning this trade, right, I could say that maybe we should have waited on a 30 closure, right? So, again, you got to review trades whether you win them or lose them. And even on the winning trades, you can't just say, oh, that's it, you know, good trade, right? I think that it would have been a little bit better if we waited on the 30 closure, right? But then again, we wouldn't have been in, and that's fine, but we would have most likely have gotten in here anyway. So I think if we had a little bit more patience today, although we were rewarded, although we made money, I think we might have jumped the gun slightly, and we probably should have waited for the 30 closure and then took the inverted celery from 08. Yeah. So I even criticize my winning trades at times when they need to be criticized, right? Right now, I mean, this one I probably can critique it, right? But you know, most of them they're pretty good. So there we go, 9:30, taking us to the promised land, baby. Patience and skills, yeah, yes, thank you, sir, thank you. Yeah, I mean, it's 6 years of, you know, grinding it out. Still holding the second position. Yeah, good job. I think we can keep pumping up here, man. We don't have a lower wick, but we got a lot of volume coming in now. So remember, all the liquidity was already grabbed, right? It was already grabbed up, snagged up. So now we can probably push without even like lower wicks. So again, as I'm sample sizing like the no lower wick idea or little lower wick, that's also one thing I've been picking up on is if we've already done something like this in that area, chances are if you get going, this next candle may not even give you a lower wick, right? Just take off, fill that wick there. So yeah, second positions look clean. Or I'm sorry, your runner looks clean. Still holding buys, very nice. Why don't I trade the 1 minute? I've just watched too many people go down that road to never return back home. So I don't know where it leads, and I don't think I want to know where it leads. Sometimes I trade the 1 minute, mainly on NQ or ES or something like that during power hour. We've seen many go down that road and have yet to return. We don't know where they went. W incoming real, yeah, facts. Frequencies aligned? Yeah. All right, so far so good in August here. Wheeling and dealing. Wheeling and dealing. I think that might be number 9, right? Green Day number 9. So far so good. It's been a good month. We've had a little splash of red there last Thursday, but we should be good to end today green as well, unless I take another trade, which most likely won't. But stay green and keep moving. Yeah, I didn't get a chance to take that on my live account or anything like that, just on this account. "30-second time frame?" Yo, that 30-second time frame is wild. This trade touched me without consent. Oh, snap. When am I going to start the 350K accounts to trade with everyone? I already did. Yeah, I'm already on them. Yeah, I've already started. So this was like just a regular setup. So I went 2 contracts there. So I think if we would have been able to actually take the trade off that 30-minute idea, this one here, I probably would have went like, excuse me, like 3 or 4. We missed a good trade in ES. Yeah, it happens. It happens. No, I wasn't really looking for too much here in the bot with the buys. Wow, Goldie. Wow. Why don't you let your trades hit full TP? I just found more success clipping partials and taking base hits and running with them. Yeah, I like to end the day green. So when I'm green, I like to stay green. And yeah, it works for me. That's why. August been kicking some ass. Yeah, took some revenge trades last week. Blew it up. Yeah, so look, you know, you gotta recognize that, realize that, and then really put some time in between you and the next mistake you make like that. You know what I mean? You're probably still going to make some mistakes here and there. I mean, I'll still make mistakes here and there, right? But the more distance, right, the more time you can put in between those mistakes, the better it is, right? Because if you stay disciplined to your system and respect it for 3-4 months straight, and then you have like one day where kind of, you know, things don't go as planned and you kind of get a little emotional, it most likely won't do too much damage, right? But if you're making mistakes every day or every week, right, or a couple times a month, then you know it's going to be tough to get anywhere with that. Arrows help me. I've never done this in my whole career, and I'm very proud of myself. Let's take a look here, son boy. Amazing.
Go.
Amazing. Proud of you too, bro. Clean, clean. Hey, what do you know? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So let's say out of the 9 trades, he actually got a result. What do you know? 2 losers, 7 winners. It's predictable, gang. It's predictable. I could tell some boy is following the playbook and not deviating from it. Because once you follow it, once you stay away from deviating, you will get the results that it produces. Doesn't matter where you live, what you know, what your education is, what your race is, what your religion is. Doesn't matter how much you weigh. It doesn't matter where you work. It doesn't matter if you went to college, if you didn't go to college. It don't matter, right? It doesn't matter if you speak English, Chinese, Japanese, Swiss cheese. All that matters is that you follow the plan. That is it, gang. That is it. So if you just do it, everyone will get very similar results like this if you just follow the plan. All right? Look at my month. All right? Same deal. You can catch every 10 trades, me losing, you know, 2 or 3 of them, right? I already know that. I know what to expect in my trading business when I'm disciplined and committed to the plan, right? So same thing for you guys. You know, respect, or you could even say God has no respect for persons, right? Like if he did it for one guy, he could do it for you. You need to do it for you, though.
Great work. Great work.
My win percentage went from 61 to 70 by closing early and grabbing base hits. There you go, Clinks. So that's why we grabbed those base hits.
Love you.
It keeps us a winner. With winning 3 or 4 contracts on a 50K and 1 loss below the account, I mean, yeah, if the stops were big enough, right? I mean, I wouldn't go, did I say 4 contracts? I meant my risk on the 50K is 1, 2, 3. That's it. 1 small risk, 2 medium, 3 high. So if I have a tight stop loss and a really good setup in front of me, I'll go 3. I'm not scared to do that, right? I know with high risk comes high reward, and I'm open for it. Do we trade New York session live every morning? Yes, Monday through Friday. Yep. Green. There it is. There she goes. Lovely 9:30 candle here. Lovely, lovely. Thank you, Ryan. Appreciate that, man. Blessings to you as well and your family. Good to have you here. Good to have you here. Send me a couple of them little 1-minute trades, my man. I've gotten 21K in payout. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. I mean, I've gotten 33,000 in payouts taking base hits this year. I've gotten about 40,000 profit on my live account, right? Taking base hits this year. So I think the base hits work. He said Swiss cheese yet. It don't matter, man. It don't matter. Top one discount. So you can get 55% off all top one accounts up until tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow's the last day. I think they're going to do another discount, obviously, but I'm not exactly sure what it's going to be. So I don't know if it'll be 55% or 60 or 50 or 40. I'm not too sure, but 55 with code TTE until midnight tomorrow. So yeah, till like after London tomorrow or after Asian. Oh, you're welcome, Alan. So you guys seen how like we were just very chill, like very just laid back there. We weren't like going crazy. Even when we were in drawdown, we would have, you know, just accepted the loss if it got hit. It's just another trade, like John was saying. Like it makes no difference from, you know, the next trade or the trade that we took last. It's just another trade that gets added to the probability, right? And you know, this one happened to be a winner, but you know, it could have been a loser too, right? The next one could be a loser. So you just got to play the probability game. Don't get too caught up on just one specific trade, right? It's just one trade. If you're not over risking and over leveraged, then it shouldn't be much of an issue.
Yes, sir.
I think I might start implementing those base hits. That might be a good strategy. I think so, brother. I think so.
Definitely.
What we got? What we got? What we got? Yeah, it's crazy how we stayed above 07 there the whole time, man. The 15 really threw us through a ride there. So you see what would have happened? So you see why I like getting into trades at 9:30, because if you would have gotten into the trade at 9:30 today, you would have dealt with none of that, right? A straight push up. So typically this is the trade that we get into, right? Today, again, as I mentioned, if I'm going to criticize this trade at all, we got in a little too early, right? We got in off the 15 at, I think it was 8:45 there, and then we had to sit and deal with all this 15-minute bull crap, right, until the volume came in. But if we would have waited, like I normally would do in most cases on the 30 closure, we would have had a very simple buy stop sitting right there and then straight into profit, right? So that's how most of our trades go. But today, you know, we got in early and, you know, we had to sit around for for gold to get ready. When do we start streaming every day? Usually like a little bit before NY Open, so like 8 a.m. Eastern. Yep. But again, I also don't think the trade that we took was bad, right? I mean, you had this break of the low there, right? And then you came here, you broke the highs, you came back down, right? And then you re-broke the highs. So I don't think that was a bad trade getting in here. but you know, it was a little bit before the higher times of volume, right? 8:45 there, so we wicked in, and then we had to deal with all that, right? That hour closure there. So, but again, once that 30-minute opened up, it was gone. So that's normally the trade we would take, right? This one right here, and we would keep our stops. So you see how that's such a better trade, right? So that's why, you know, I wait for these higher times of volume to come in. Again, sometimes that's going to cost you the move, but when you get, you know, when you wait for it and it waits for you, it works out lovely. Yay. Yes, take a look. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with ES here. 30-minute close bullish, strong bullish too. 15 close weak. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really like it. I like buys, but you have to pull back. I don't want to take buys up here. All right, and that's the exact candle I anticipated seeing there. Exactly what it looked like in my mind.
Very nice.
I seen it in my mind the whole time. I promise. Let's get it, C Melly. How do you combine different data on? So you can make multiple accounts. Yeah, so you can make multiple accounts on there. So just put whatever profit in, you know, make sure you're putting the profits in the right account, or, you know, marking up the trades in the right account. All right, give me 1 sec. I'll be right back.
Yes, so W trade, everyone. Let's go. Amazing trade. Shout out everyone who held that. W. Yeah, the higher time frame in that trade was very key as well. You know, the 4-hour and daily both being very bullish. You know, putting those stops below that low was way better stops in terms of structure. Plus, you know, really understanding the direction for the day. I mean, made a lot of sense. Volume came in, pushed us up there. Locked out till Asian. Nice W. Yeah, one good trade a session, right? One good trade a session. I mean, keep it clean for sure.
Yeah, that's true. Hey, by the way, I want you guys to look at the 4-hour now.
Exactly.
Look at this. Boom. See that 4-hour? We anticipated it pushing all the way back up. And now look what happened here too. So now your 4-hour candle also closed above, right? This kind of like celery type of deal here as well. So the longs may not be done here today, but I think they're going to chill out right now, just based off of the bigger move we just made. But look at that 4-hour, man. That's exactly what we anticipated. Price being able to do is come right back up on that 4-hour and close above the range. So that was money right there.
Yes, sir. Very
Scientific,
nice.
Man. That was scientific. What do we do now? What do we do? The life of a day trader. We're up. What are we up here? I'm not even sure what I made today. $900. Was it? Yeah, 916 on my live account, and 600 on that. So what? Like 16? Yeah, 16. Yeah, we'll take that. We'll take that. How specific do we need to be about the closures? I asked because the inverted seller looks like it closed slightly below. Let me just see here. Yeah, it was good enough. It was good. So with experience, I know that, like, you see a lot of rejections out of here, plus 930 coming in. So I was willing to hold that, right? Because Yeah, we close maybe slightly below, but that wouldn't be enough at 9:30 to kind of scare me out of that move, right? If we close something like this, then that's a different story, right? Like an obvious closure below, I wouldn't take that, right, at that point, because now we could continue down. I'd rather just wait for a bullish candle to close back above. But the way that looks right there, perfectly fine. It's okay. $9.30 cheat code. That's right. That's right. You have the experience. The fact that you waited, never moved the stop shows experience in the markets. Yeah, I mean, I did slightly move it, right? So I moved it right below that low. And look, glad I did. Glad I did. Because I hate getting stopped out by a pip when I know 98%, right, that price most likely going to move up there. And that's why I was looking at that low there, right, and saying, hey, you know, we might as well move our, you know, if they're right here, right, we might as well move them down 4 pips, right, to potentially stay in this trade. So, yeah, worked out well. Worked out well. Stick to the cheat code. I love my favorite trades are always taken at 9:30. The bulk of my trades are taken at 9:30. So if you guys have been following this stream for, you know, any time at all, you know that, you know, the sweet spot is 9:30 for me. Do I think we're going to keep going up? I'm not sure, you know, because we got to see now how we're going to react here. So look, I mean, that's where my prediction was to move up. So at this point, I wouldn't take a new buy here. I'd probably wait for a little pullback and then continue buying later. Let's see. All right, David, catch you in Asian. You're welcome, my friend. We lock out and go play. That's true. That's true. Hey, a lot of clubhouse pip and dip in here today. What the heck? Holy, we're continuing up. Wow. Clubhouse pip and dip today. Holy. I see a lot of pip and dipping. All right, OGH, later. Peace, bro. Badio Life still here. What up, FNAM? Yeah, good trade. Good trade, gang. Anyone have questions? Questions, comments? Don't leave this stream without your questions answered. I'm here to help y'all. So if anyone has questions, let's chat about them. And if not, we probably call it an earlier day and get up out of here.
Sir, this type of trade calls for an early pip and dip, you know?
It does. It is very stressful. I'll be honest. This is a stressful Wednesday here. Stressful Wednesday.
Yeah,
oh my goodness.
I was stressed from just watching. Snap. Damn thing left me speechless after it happened. Couldn't even say a word if I wanted to.
I'll be honest. I think I need a day off. I'm going to ask my boss.
Ask him, bro. He's standing in the mirror, bro. Go ask him.
I'm already exhausted. It's 10:07, gang. I don't know how you guys are going to work till 5 p.m. tonight. That's crazy.
I'm about to go take a nap, honestly.
Goldie gone. Goldie gone.
Where JDZ? I forgot a Charlie horse, bro. And that.
Any reason for moving the stop loss? Aren't you afraid? I'm never afraid. I don't believe in that word. Aren't you afraid of the candle might give a wick? No, I'm not. You know what I mean? I don't care because the thing is I can take a loss. You feel me? Like taking a loss is nothing to me. Right, I can get that loss right back on the next 1 or 2 trades. It's never a big deal. I'm never afraid. I'm never scared. I'm never, nervous. Like, just run the probabilities, you know what I mean? And they'll play out. So I've been doing this long enough to know, like, I could take a loss and just get it back. So I would remove fear and doubt and scared and afraid and anxiety. Oh, I would just get that out of your vocabulary. Yeah, I wouldn't even think that stuff.
Yeah, man. You're putting your faith and trust in the process of your edge. Like, the process of your edge is over 100 trades, right? We're winning 75 and losing 25. That's the process. So you're putting your trust and faith into that process, right? Throughout this whole journey.
Yeah.
You got to. Or else, if you're not faithful, right, then you're going to be fearful. So, yeah, you got to remove your fear with faith 100%.
Yeah, and again, I hate to pull the experience card on y'all. I don't like doing that because I used to hate when someone be like, "Oh, my experience," blah, shut up, right? But for real, like, there's been so many times in my history of being a trader where I get nipped out right there, right? And I'm done with that, right? I've had it, right? My experience now teaches me enough because there was many times, 20, 30, 40 times where that happened to me, where I got wicked out right there, only to look left and have seen, like, you know what, maybe I could have used something here, right? So my experience has taught me these things over the years by getting stopped out and then price running up and me being pissed off and now revenge trading and FOMO trading. And I'm thinking, man, if I just would have had my stop a little lower right there, I would have a winning trade here. I wouldn't need to revenge or FOMO or be pissed off today, right? So these are things that just come with experience, gang. So guess what? If you lost this trade today due to this, guess what you now gained? Experience on it, right? Remember, the guy with the experience gets the money. The guy with the money gets the experience, right? And vice versa. So all you have to do is continue to develop yours. Now, look, no one was here to talk to me about this. No one was here to tell me about this like I'm telling you about this, right? So I had to learn how to spot these ideas on my own and, figure out which one would have been better. But that's why I'm here to coach you guys, right? Where it's like, next time you see something like that, this right there, that wick right there is most likely the one that's going to be respected at the end of it all, right? So that, that's just come through experience. And again, having that strong higher time frame bias to move up, this is where you're willing to do that, right? Now, look, if price action looked differently and if we had closed bearish on this candle, right, or this candle, right, but I wouldn't have done that, right? Because at that point, now you're bearish, you're probably going to move down. But the fact is that we continued to close above 07 here, right? And that, for me, keeps me on with a very, very bullish bias. So, again, I hate to throw the experience card out there, but, it really does play a role sometimes in your trading. There she goes. 4-hour celery play, just as anticipated. Wow.
And just one more time, man. If you're struggling and trading with fear, you really need to watch the Mark Douglas Wise Trade TV interview there, because Mark Douglas teaches us how to not trade with fear, and it has to do with the probability mindset, right? That's really where you're going to get your core. That's really where you're going to get, like, your faith from, is those probabilities. So, yeah, you need to understand probabilities so you don't trade with fear.
Yep. Exactly. Can you explain the trade a little more? What showed it was going up? Yeah, of course. So let's just track back real quick. We'll do a fresh review of this trade, right? So let me just get rid of everything here. The idea was, if we can, let me just block out some of this here. Okay, so the idea for the day was bullish, right? The entire time. So we knew that we didn't want to take buys up here in the beginning of the session, right? Because you're way up there. So you need a pullback, right? So you have this candle here. We come back, we pull back. I wanted to get in buys there, but we closed with no wick at the top, right? So I knew we'd probably come back down. That's where I took the sell on my live account. But I was really just looking for support, right? Support here. Now, what happens is this candle closed, right? Bearish. And then it was followed by a bullish closure. right? And that bullish closure kind of closed above. I did not take a buy off of that candle. I waited for this guy here. So some of you guys took the impulse buy. I seen you guys saying it when you took it, but then I never heard from you after that, right? I seen a couple of you saying, oh, here it goes, it's going up now, but I never heard from you after that. And I know I know what happened, right? Because we came back down. But this is where I said, don't take that impulse trade here off the break of that high, because the 30 can still continue down, right? We barely had a top wick on the 30-minute candle there. So we can just easily get a top wick right here, aka tap those impulse buyers in, right? And then drive down to create a steeper move on that 30-minute time frame. So I did not enter there, right? So now the next candle opens up, and this is now 8:45, right? So the idea with this candle now is, okay, we're in the last 15 minutes of the 1 hour candle. We're closing out support, right? We already broke the lows on this candle. You see how this candle broke the lows? Activated a lot of sellers. So my idea was, if we break this high, we should move straight up and, you know, come up here. Just the 1 hour candle, right? The flip and all that. So we should come back up and pull back on the 1 hour, so that way we can continue moving bullish, right? On the day. I'll show you the 1 hour time frame in a second. So that was the entry, right? The entry was sitting right there off the break of that high. It didn't work out, but look what it did do. Where did it close? It closed above 07. Right? So as long as that candle's closing above 07, then we remain bullish, aka working on this support here. So candle closes above, we stay in. Next candle drives all the way down, breaks this stupid low, comes. That's where we brought the arrows out, right? The arrows came out at that point. They did their job, right? They pushed price all the way back up, and then we closed where? Where did we close? We closed above 07, right? Another closure above 07. Now the next candle here opens up, breaks the highs, which gave us some, you know, hope, right? But only to come back down and stress us out even more, right? And actually nip those lows. But at the end of the candle, where did we close? Above 07, right? So you see how we continue to remain above 07, which means we continue to remain bullish. Buys above here, closure, right? So we still remain bullish. Now we have 930 coming in, right? And 930 gives us the low. It made a high. It didn't break the high. It came down. It broke the low. That activated a ton of sellers. And then straight to the promised land we go. So that was the idea behind the whole trade from a 15-minute perspective, right? Again, 30-minute, 1 hour perspectives were clean as well. You never had any sort of closures on the 30 below 07 either. And we just remained bullish. And then look at that 1 hour. Straight back up we go. Picture perfect. Picture perfect. So obviously we dealt with a little wicks, you know, wick in and wick out and all that. But hey, it's part of the game sometimes, right? But the plan itself remained bullish. So as long as this remained bullish, you should have remained bullish, you know? And you should have remained composed through some of the drawdown. And yeah, that was it.
And,
any other questions?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, you got any thoughts?
Was there, I don't know. I got a question. Like, was there any reason why you didn't use the 3408 level to the left?
Yeah, I think I did use it in the beginning until that 15-minute close bullish and gave us a support. Okay. So go. I want you guys to go back at 9 a.m. I think it was, and watch how I moved this, because originally it was here, and if it was there, we would have got scared out that trade, right? But again, I hate to pull a experience card on you all, but after that support is formed, I now know, hey, that's most likely the range in which we'll either hold or break now, right? So in order to take these sells, you need a clean closure below, right? And if you get that closure below, the sells make a lot more sense there. But we never closed below. We just kept popping up.
Was there any reason like why you changed that level? Like
I just,
or was it just
my bullish bias, you know what I mean? My strong, heavy bullish bias allows me to see that support there and say, you know what, like we can probably use that now. We use that support to our advantage, and as long as price stays above there, then we should be good to go. So that was pretty much it. It's the fresh level.
So yeah, I was using that 08 level, that resistance there. I'm just gonna tell you why, because I was just looking left and I seen like, all right, well, when we closed above that level, that's when the push went up there.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I'm just getting your opinion on it and stuff, and it's crazy because like it's not that much difference of a range. Like my
It's
range
not.
versus you had 3407, I had 3408,
Mm-hmm.
but at the end of the day, it made the biggest difference. You know,
Exactly, it
and
does.
one
It
taking the
does
trade and not.
for
So I
sure.
was just curious on it, but like, did you think it was wrong for me to use that level?
No, not
08?
at all. Not at all.
I followed it religiously too.
Yeah. Look, you use '08 today, you're crapping your pants. You know what I mean?
I had
You're
more
like,
slightly down, slightly down.
so like here,
Yeah.
this
yeah,
one. Yeah.
Yeah.
But again, so and I was using that as well. But look at the 15-minute fake out, right? So now you got like a 15-minute fake out. So now what you can, and again, this is only if you're heavily bullish on your bias, right? And I'm seeing things that aren't playing out yet, right? I'm seeing the higher time frame, the 4 hour pulling back. I'm anticipating the 1 hour coming back after being in that zone there. So now that we got the 15 fake out, if we want to remain bullish, right, we can confidently put that support right there. And now we just make sure. And look, I mean, we wanted a straight shot here, right? Like we weren't anticipating a ton of wicks and stuff like that. We just wanted that shot right there, and that would have made perfect sense, right? Support formed, inverted celery play. You got a little low, and then we move up, right? So that was the vision of that trade, but just because we didn't do it right away, it didn't scare me out of it, right? We should still continue remaining bullish as long as we stay above that 15 support. So that was pretty much it.
Yeah. Nah, I mean that's pretty gangster, bro. Honestly.
And
So
then
I wasn't gonna
there's
move mine.
yeah, because what we
My zone.
what we planned here and what we planned when we first came in was that we need a 1 hour pullback and then we continue firing bullish, right? So that's I understand on the 15, that's going to be our pullback, right? This move right here, and then now we can probably start to move up. So yeah, '07 was a big area. '07, '08.
You don't think it was wrong though, right? To use that 08?
I don't think so, not at all.
Right. There's really no right or wrong, right? At the end of the day, it's an educated guess. Like any of these ranges could work out.
Yeah. And then the thing is, like, you don't really want to close your position, being that price is closing below '08. I mean, look at the closures, right? So the candles also told me a bit more information and a bit more of the story, right? Because, man, I'll be damned if I close my trade off of that closure right there, right? Like when I'm super bullish and we're closing below '08 technically. So it's tough, you know what I mean? It's tough. And that, again, there's no right or wrong on these ranges, right? If price would have went down, John would feel like a genius right now, right? Like, oh yeah, glad I kept '08. So there's really no right or wrong at the end of the day. It's just which one are you going to play based off of your experience. On most days, my experience on ranges tends to be pretty accurate, but again, some days it's going to be off. I might use '08 or instead of '07, '07 and '08, you know what I mean? So
yeah, you were using that range. You just beat me on the experience pretty much.
Yeah, because I was originally using '08, and I really want to see a fake out so we can move up. So, and we pretty much did get that, right? And then it's kind of like, all right, let's move it down here now, and let's play that zone there.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah. Yeah, so now what you really need is, I mean, the 4 hour pushed up there, but it's rejecting here. So that's going to be pretty interesting. Could be pretty interesting the remainder of the day. We did fill the wick on the daily. I want to see how today's daily candle closes. That's going to help us out for tomorrow. We got some news coming in tomorrow as well. Yeah, we got some 8:30 news and I think some 10 a.m. Yeah, retail. I'm sorry. No, Friday we got the 10 a.m. stuff. Yeah, good questions though. Good questions. If you use those ranges today, you're not wrong. That's one thing I want to say. You're not wrong, right? So it's just just sometimes you pick the right range.
Yeah, exactly, bro. It's an educated guess.
Yeah, but
Could've
again,
moved down and could have moved up.
we talk about it all the time, that the higher time frame, like the 4 hour and the daily, give us our direction, right? So we can't budge on the direction when the lower time frames are still encouraging us to remain in off the buys. Like, yeah, it got scary. Yeah, there was a lot of threats to our trade there. But at the end of the day, the closures are the official answer, right? So as long as those closures were above '07, we were pretty much good.
Yeah, no, that's the thing too. Like, I literally had the same bias, same idea, you know. I just didn't get my closure above, so that's what kept me out.
Yeah, we'll be selling the arrows pretty soon. Ben, yeah, just give us a little bit. We're in the process of developing arrows for you guys. They're coming soon. They're coming soon. Yeah, exactly. Look, depending on, so I wouldn't say I have more capital because I'm just trading a 50K account, but maybe my size was lower, you know. So if you guys were a little oversized there, then certainly moving your stops is can blow your account. But did you hear what I asked John? I said, John, what's the max loss on this? He said 2,000. I said, bet we got plenty of room here. We got room on this one, baby.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, you know what I mean. But I mean, I think I was risking 13 or 12 or something. We're gonna get the arrows on the clothing line. Yeah, sure.
What gave you the idea to adjust your stop loss too?
I think we already went over that.
Just oh yeah, bias. I mean, trusting the bias. Careful of the pack.
Yeah, like again in the higher time frame direction, the closures hanging out above, all of it.
Got you. Makes sense.
Yeah, so look, if you're a little too heavy in your size, then you have no room to move your stop if you need to. And I mean, I would say I move my stop loss maybe 1 out of 20 trades. So it's not like we do that too often anyway.
You do it when it makes sense though.
Yeah.
You do it all from a logical structure perspective.
Yeah. By the way, every time you see me do that, doesn't it actually work out? Like, doesn't it actually like make sense to drop it 4 pips to potentially stay in that trade? So very rarely will I do it, but when I do it, it makes a lot of sense.
No, that has happened a couple times. So it's you know, definitely showing probabilities because it's not luck because you've done this a couple times now.
Yeah.
You're just increasing your probabilities based on market structure. Love it.
Yep.
Guys, you are learning from a freaking master. That's all I gotta say. Just keep staying here, keep staying consistent, showing up, really listening to what this guy says and applying it in your life. It's gonna make an impact. That's for damn sure.
Bet I definitely will. Oh wait, who's the master? Not me.
You.
No, not me. I don't know nothing. I don't know anything about trading. I'm just literally just learning every day.
Nick's not a master, chat. I'm just kidding.
I have no idea. I just show up and just try and do this the best I can.
Yeah, bro. Very true.
I don't know what's going on. I don't even know if this world is real. I've seen those arrows. The arrows.
To know if it's real or not.
You guys seen The Matrix? He's like, I know this piece of chicken is not real, but it tastes so good.
Speaking of chicken, bro, I had that baked chicken yesterday.
How was it? Fire,
bro,
I bet.
I think it slapped. That was mad chicken, bro.
Gas. I know.
Bro, he said 1.5 pounds for 1 piece. I got 2 of them.
Sheesh.
I was like, damn. The rice was good too. I didn't think the rice was bad.
Yeah, the rice is hit or miss.
Their chicken's got good taste. Very good taste.
Yeah, chicken's gas. Chicken. Hold the chicken. Let's see. It's crazy how it shows how emotional I am when I thought my emotions were in check. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. At any level, bro. Even as big and bad and burly as you are, right? My mentor, he would say, so Mr. V had a mentee, right? And this guy also became a great mentor of mine. And this dude was a 2-time national powerlifting champion. He benched like 5'11", all natural, drug-free back in the early mid-90s. And this dude was like the real deal, right? But he told me, Nick, as big as I am, as aggressive as I can be in the gym, the real muscle is the mind, right? None of these muscles matter more than the mind. And he told me, you can have someone, bench 5'11", yet not even be able to pick up the phone for a sales call, or let's say in this case, not know how to handle a loss or something like that. So the biggest muscle, big dog, is that mind. You know what I mean? And as you continue to work on that, get your reps in, get emotional like stability and control, you're gonna be golden, dude. You're gonna be golden. So you know this will get traders emotional. So there's no doubt about that. So what your experience is natural, but yeah, you know how to keep it in check. You know how to keep it in check. As long as you're aware of it, Toro, you're good to go. Yeah, the biggest thing is awareness.
Remember, that's why we have a plan surrounded by logic. You know, that logical plan removes the emotion. You know what I'm saying? So anytime your emotions overcome you, you got to go back to that plan. You know, that logical plan, because that's where the logic's at.
Today was a crazy, crazy day. I eventually passed the account. Nice, Alexandru. Let's get it.
W.
Can you decide when, like, using current candle and previous? So I have like a little rule of thumb, right? So like if I'm gonna enter off of the previous candle high, which is here, right? So if I'm gonna take that entry right there, then I'm gonna use the current candle stops. You know what I mean? If I can. If I'm gonna use the current candle high, so meaning like let's say this candle looks like more like that, and I'm gonna use the current candle, then that's when I'm going to use the previous candle stops. You might have to rewind that. So current candle entry, previous candle stops. I'll say it slowly now. Previous candle entry, current candle stops. That's like my rule of thumb. And then I'll play around with that depending on what's actually happening in the market. Always learning. Let's go. Always rise. Let's get it. Let's get it.
Yes, sir. Always learn.
Can the discount date be pushed back to Friday? I wish, bro. I don't own the company, so I don't have any leverage over that or pull. But I think they are going to do another discount. I heard it was going to be 50, but I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, so it might just go from 55 to 50. But that was in the last call that I was on with them, so I'm not sure if they changed their plan since then. I'd love to do it for you though, Mo. I wish I had the power to do that. Project Toro, 10,000 steps. Hey, this trade will get you stepping. I'll tell you that.
My boy Toro, I'm about to go for a walk too, bro. I
Same,
gotta catch up now.
Yeah, I'm about to go out and have a great day here.
Yeah, same, bro.
Control your mind, you control. Yes, that's very true. Very true. Yes, that's true. Yeah, you can't try and learn everything at once. And I was explaining that a little bit yesterday. It's like, I really wish trading was a game where you can do everything in one day, but you just can't. You just can't.
Yep.
All right. Any last minute questions? I think everyone left us. Yeah, everyone in the clubhouse left. There's only like 120 people left. Everyone on YouTube's gone. They're gone. They pip and dipped, man. They're either pissed that they got hit by like one pip, or they're like, I'm getting the hell out of here. That was stressful. Either way, I'm here for a good time, man.
Right.
Oh man. But sometimes the greatest gems come long after the trade.
Yes, sir, very true.
If we close below 07, asking purely, yeah, so if we close below 07 strongly, right? So I know we got like a slight, but I could even say, no, we didn't, you know, like we did not. Right, but by the way, the reason I put this gray box around that line is because it truly is a zone, right? It's not a decimal, like it's not like an exact number. It's like a little bit of a zone, right? So that to me is more so, you know, gonna work for the bullish idea, right? But again, if the candle would have closed like clearly below the range, like something like this, then I wouldn't have taken that. I would have probably closed my position right there and took a very small loss. Instead of taking my loss down here, I would have closed it right there and you know, just had to deal with the move up. Yeah. So if it was more obvious of a closure below, then I wouldn't have I would have gotten out the trade, but you know, it didn't. So I stayed in. Off to buy some arrows, yeah. If you, yeah. Yeah, hit the like and sub if you're still here today.
Like it up, chat.
There's still 552 people here. Oh snap! Okay, I didn't know that. Yeah, there's still. Hey, if we were in a room right now with 552 people, we'd have a big room filled up. So, W.
Bro, we lit.
Okay, I think I'm done here. So I will leave you guys with a game plan, and then best of luck throughout the rest of the day. And then I will see everyone else in Asian and back here tomorrow for New York sesh. But let me give you guys a game plan here, some thoughts on gold, and then we'll kind of head out. So gold right now, we're continuing to move bullish just as expected here throughout the Asian and London and all that, and now New York. The 4 hour, right? 4 hour candle has officially closed, and we came right back up, closing like almost like a celery play there. So I can see why this bullish candle would move up. I'm still pretty bullish on the day, but I do think we need a pullback now, right? So we're going to need some sort of a move down, right, on gold. So you have this 1 hour candle. So we are, I would say, 34.19, right? If we can't get above that, by the way, those are the best buys of today. We took the risky buys, right? The cleanest buys are going to be above 19 here today. So if you can get that, that'd be awesome. Now, that's probably going to take some time to work its way out, and that's okay because you need a pullback anyway, right? So if you can get a little bit of a pullback, even just a bearish closure, right, on the, let's say, 30-minute time frame, and that follows up with a bullish closure, that probably means the 4 hour is going to continue going up today, right? So if you can get a closure above 19 after like a little support, that may be the deal here later where that range gets filled. I might be back at the desk a little bit later to try and see if I can snag that, but that's pretty much it, right? The 15 could start to push down now. The only issue is, remember, we're in this range now. So I would say if you can get maybe I wouldn't take the sell off of this candle here, but if this guy can close bullish and then the closure goes down below that range, 34.13, that's where the better sells, in my opinion, are going to pop off, right? Something like this, maybe like that, and then go ahead and take sells to come back into those wick areas there. So that's what I would look at for sells. I already showed you what I would look for when it comes to buys, and that's it. And then let's say you can't get the buys here, so instead this move goes down, right? Then you could always look for buys after targets are tapped, basically where we took our buys earlier, right? Somewhere down here you get a new support or something like that, and that'll be, even cleaner there. So yeah, that's pretty much it on gold. Right now I wouldn't touch it. We've already made a big move. We're probably going to try and get sellers involved here pretty soon as well, and that might lead to like a little like liquidity grab, right? And then you get something like this. So boom, break the lows, closure back above. Those are like the three ideas I got for you, for buys and sells as we head into the afternoon. So just keep that in mind. I would say between 19 and 13 is a bit choppy, probably more so of like a no trade range, or at least a range to be very patient in. And then anything below there is clean. You know what I mean? You got clean sells coming back down, and then above 19, if you look left, you have all that clean range to move up. So, I'd advise you to probably just stay out of this range. I don't want to see anyone crying here today. But up here, there's more money, right? Down here, there's more money. So I would stay in the green. I would stay out of the red, and that would be my plan for gold. Yeah, that would be the plans for gold here today. And let's take a look at ES before we dip. ES. Okay, so actually ES may be setting up pretty soon here. So we're really paying attention to this overall zone. I think, if you get some sort of support, ideally a closure above 83, then yeah, we'll probably continue up. So yeah, I would say look for those buys. The buys look pretty clean here. You got the new 4 hour candle as well. So you might get some clean moves out of there. Again, ES being as bullish as it is, I wouldn't really take the sells. Like, you see how those sellers are in now off the break of that low? That's just what you call stupid. You know what I mean? So you don't want to do stupid stuff like that. So there's support here. There's also support here. Be very, very cautious on your sells here today with ES. I like the buys back above. Other than that, I really don't like much. I want to see how the daily candle closes today, because we got a weird daily candle closure, or weird daily candle movement after no top wick. So I'd rather come back for Asian session tonight on ES and see if like we get a closure like this, and then I can have a better read on price, you know, with that closure. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Other than that, buys look clean above 82 there. So if you can get a strong like 30-minute closure above 82, I think that looks pretty clean. All right, cool.
WW.
Yeah. All right, let me just make sure we're good. I think we're good. All right, cool. My friends, great job today. Crazy trade. Definitely want to talk about one for the history books. Another Arrow event here today. And I think we'll wrap it up there. It was enough to kind of get us out of here with a W. And now we can go on out and enjoy the day. I hope you guys have a great day. We'll see you, the rest of y'all in Asian. And the rest of you guys, I'll see you back here in London or New York. Peace and love, my friends. Don't over risk, don't over trade. Johnny Gems, you're the man, bro. We'll see you guys in the next live stream. Over and out. Game time. Later.
Peace.
Fall into the ground. We ain't taking no L's. No. Saints breaking out of seals. Go. The battle's been won. He said it's done. So we ain't taking no L's. We ain't taking no L's. Hey, we ain't taking no L's. The victory is already won. 3 days in the ground in the kingdom. Told you to run a race at the pace that you're supposed to. Break through, and there's nothing that it won't do. Broken chains are falling to the ground. We ain't taking no L's. No. Saints breaking out of seals. Go. The battle's been won. He said it's done. So we ain't taking no L's. Yeah, I'm about to step in the ring for the fight of my life. Hit my knees and I strap on my gloves. Boy, I've been prepping since like I was 7. And thing is, I'm already covered in blood. Walking in love, this for the ones who been stuck in the mud. Searching for hope. Trust me, I know what it feel like to drown on my problems, but God came and threw me the rope. Can't wait to look in his eyes. All of my life, I've been battling lies. I found the truth and took off my disguise. Come for my head, I still live for the prize. Whoa. I was in the city going down, trying to blow. Everything changed when I learned to let it go. Hopping on stage, I ain't in it for the show. Only got one life, so I gotta let them know. Talk about real. I seen a man's whole bad hill. I seen a woman drooling out the mouth. I seen the demons in the cast it out. I seen my brother throw his whole vape in the lake. Seen smooth hill from the dark. I seen the spirit change my own heart. Can't tell it all, but this a good start. K to the second letter.
You're awesome.
Who got the keys to the Jeep and the Hiller? They ain't never been realer. I am not shook, I'm aligned into the
Leia.
still, I ain't never been stiller. Ooh, KB ain't gotta get
I know Leia.
Southside sing killers, bring light to the dark spots. Wake up, I didn't wake up. This God, the divine concealer. On the bread of heavens, like the red and black 11s, walking through the pearly gates. Poppy through the
Bring
most,
the
I'm in the
ball.
Holy Ghost. I'm looking like the Pope, swerving race. They gon' get the word today. I send a text back, never curved the fate. Jesus, curses break, slaves get freed and the words away. Ever seen a dope dealer? Cold killer, gold brother crying on the floor with us. Cause your hoe hit him, had a hole in him, now you got a hole in it. Tell him the dead see here. We the new Israel, Israel, God really lives here. Watch the sin here, way more to tell. We begin here. We begin here.
I'm amazing. Keep listening to my daddy and mommy.
I put my hand on the Bible, the Lord is my witness that KB is closer than blood. I got
You
a
guys
hand
are
right next to my heart, so you know it's gonna always be love. Don't need no contracts or labels. You know he got him a seat at my table. Hovey little bro, so I'm willing and able. I keep some riders at home in the
Order
stable.
food.
I done told it all, but I still got more. Remember when the folks got killed next door? Partner told me sell pills, not blow. Shorty told me my career won't blow. Swear I don't care about the status. Why would I clout chase when God is my daddy? Take all my records, my money, my Grammys. I'm still gonna die richer than you can imagine. Jesus the king, I'm his prophet. Send me to Nineveh, I get it poppin'. They see an interview, swear I ain't with it. I say come see what I do in my city. From cooling with Kendrick to walking through Romans with people in prison. Let me stop talking, cause man, I've been did it. Can't let my left hand on my right position. Y'all just gonna have to see when I transition. I can't tell it all,
Wow,
man.
that guy did it. They can just started this next.
Bring out the whole ocean. Tell them, Layla, bring out the ocean.
I've been running this race so long that why I keep my top down. Never my head cause I can't wear the crown too low. Never gon' bow down. Everybody out there running games so they pass on me. Treat 'em like a op. Bow. When I came up, they were whooping but was still on a leash. People gon' talk down. They go in love cause I still serve the most high. No, I won't stop now. When I throw signs up, it's not what they say. No, that's for H-Town. With a woman, try not to get caught, but I'm fly. Still put the top down. Love for the father, make kiss for the fans. Can't switch on y'all now. All these sinners walk with grace. Pack your bags, follow me home. Pray my seeds, turn out winners. Keeping that lead when I'm long gone. All of my fears can't hold me back. Let go of those. Give me room. All of my fears won't hold me back. What don't kill me made me strong. Victory lap. Ain't looking back.
Where's the letter M?
Rushing outside like I'm sleeping in a bando. Bubble on me, I been feeling like Rambo. Devil trying to hide, he ain't wearing no camo. Killing myself, God took it out the plan though. Still on fire for the Lord, where the fan go? Heard them talking stupid, they cut it just like a Van Gogh. I'm sitting glad, let me cut the thing real low. I been looking up high when I feel low. And we still outside with the kinfolk. I was stepping both sides to the rim. I was walking through church with the trench coat. Sending my 10% through Venmo. Lord said he'd be back, hit a memo. That's a cross around my neck, not a crystal. There's a Bible on me, not a pistol. You don't even know what I've been through. All these sinners walk with grace. Pack your bags, follow me home. Pray my sins, turn out winners. Keeping that lead when I'm long gone. All of my fears can't hold me back. Let go of those, did me wrong. All of my fears won't hold me back. Cause what don't kill me made me strong. Victory lap. We on attack. Ain't looking back.
How do you write the word? Where's the letter you did? Where's the name you did, Daddy? Dad, where's the name you did?